Cutting a brand new Grass Valley switcher worth over $150,000 was a wild and crazy idea, but we decided to try it anyway. We removed all the ribbon cables and the circuit boards from the back side of the main panel and all the paraphernalia and screws to create a perfectly flat panel that could be laid on a table saw. Ralph prepares the panel by inserting wood blocks to stabilize the crossbars during cutting and applies white tape to hold the stabilizing wood blocks in place. Then Ralph double checks all his measurements for the main cut and prepares to make a sample cut in a portion of the panel that will be discarded after the main cut. Ralph lines everything up and prepares to make a very small cut. He puts the panel paint side down for the best cut and proceeds to make a very small test cut. Now, if this test cut passed the inspection by Ralph, the project is a go. If it doesn't, we will stop. Ralph has made the test cut, and Ralph is smiling. I think he likes it. He inspects the test cut.
It's got a little bit of a burr, but not a bad one.
Now, if we clamp a piece of wood on it,
the test cut passed inspection and we are good to go. Ralph slides the panel back and forth on the surface of the table saw to make sure it slides smoothly, brings the blade back up and prepares to make the main cut. Now Ralph inspects everything over and over to make sure it is going to be perfect, because it has to be perfect. Ralph pauses, thinks about exactly how he's going to do this, reaches down, turns on the table saw, and proceeds to make the main cut through the panel. He cuts very slowly to keep the metal cutting blade cool and the metal cool, and also to make sure that it's a smooth cut, which helps to keep the seam when we put the new end panel on it to be seamless. One block of wood moves out of place and Ralph readjusts it and continues cutting, which makes me very nervous. But the cut is proceeding as planned and it's right on the money, and it's going to be perfect. The part of the panel that Ralph has just set aside will be trimmed down to become the new end panel piece that'll be attached back to the panel that just had its end cut off. We will use small threaded embedded screws through the side panel into the stabilizing bars, and in the end it was a seamless attachment, which looked great. The stabilizers bars cut very easily. Now Ralph will inspect the new panel and put it in place to see how it fits. And it's perfect. So the main cut is done. I'm ready to cut the main switcher frame down so it's shorter, and then the part that's cut off will be trimmed more and reattached to the main frame. Now, the reason this is being cut into two pieces is to create additional counter space. It's badly needed, and also to make the switcher more user-friendly. Grass Valley invited us to come down to their manufacturing plant, and we showed them how we did this, and they liked it so well they made a new model out of it called the T model. Now, Ralph's good friend Fred wasn't very optimistic, and when we finished this final cut, I know Ralph was thinking, oh yeah, Fred is going to be happy. So the very final cut is being made, and I reached out and tried to help stabilize the top of this frame so it wouldn't fall down, and Ralph is happy.
This is for you, Frank.